dimineața, la interviurile one-to-one de la Europa Liberă din această săptămână, a venit locțiitorul comandantului Grupului de Luptă al NATO din România, locotenent colonelul Mathieu. Este un lider militar francez pentru că Franța și-a asumat să fie națiune cadru al acestui grup de luptă din România. Este așadar țara care conduce acest grup de luptă, unul din cele 8 înființate de NATO în ultimii ani, după ce Rusia a anexat ilegal peninsula Crimea și după ce a invadat Ucraina. Este primul interviu pe care locțiitorul comandantului Grupului de Luptă din România îl oferă presei din România. Lieutenant Colonel Mathieu, welcome to One at Europa Liberă, Romania, and thank you for giving us this interview.
Thank you.
We just saw a recent footage from a training session between Romanian military from Special Operation Forces and also with French militaries. Are you learning to use also the Romanian machine guns, Kalashnikov?
Yes, we do, but it's not precisely what we are here for. We are very pleased to work alongside Romanian forces. As a multinational battle group, we are definitely in Romania, not only to be ready to fight, but also to work alongside with our partners.
Are all the mission of the battle group the same as we saw with live shooting and many people on the field?
We are definitely ready to fight, so we are fighting in every way. So we are shooting, we are maneuvering, we are becoming more and more ready to integrate partners, not only in such fighting sessions, but also in more technical ways, such as artillery or engineers. So we are really ready throughout the spectrum of what is actual and current fighting.
French forces and militaries from other 3 countries which are members of NATO, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, are here since last year. After NATO decided that Romania has to have this battle group, what have you done until now in these 6 months, more than 6 months?
So it's even nearly a year, more than a year now, that a NATO battle group has been deployed in Romania. So it has been a very dense year. We've been doing many things, many activities. As a subordinate to the multinational division Southeast, which is a NATO command structure, but it's also led by Romania. We've been training throughout Romania, not only in Cincu, which is our main base, but we've been training everywhere. I mean, east, north, south, everywhere. So being ready and deter any aggressor of NATO is definitely our task, our main task.
Can you tell us, please, how many you are in this battle group?
So as far as the battle group, it's a 1,000 class battle group. So it means that there's among 1,000 fighters within the battle group, but we need also some support to live where we are. So actually in Cincu we are a little bit more than 1,000, more 1,500, something like this.
And most of them are French forces.
So France is the framework nation of this battle group, but definitely this battle group is multinational, and as you've said, there's also soldiers from the Netherlands, from Belgium, and also from Luxembourg.
Recently we asked some people, Romanian people on the street, if they know that you are here to defend us, to protect us, and we were surprised that many of them, they don't know. Let's see them.
Voi știți că în România sunt sute de militari străini ai NATO de câteva luni?
Nu știam. N-am știut. Chiar n-am știut.
Nici tu?
Nici eu nu știam.
Nici tu?
Nu? Nu. Habar n-avem.
Dar știți ce se întâmplă lângă noi, că este război?
Da, asta știm.
Și credeți că e bine că sunt militari străini din NATO, din mai multe țări, care staționează aici și se antrenează cu militarii români?
Da. Da, de ce nu? Păi dacă vin peste noi, să fim pregătiți.
Știți că avem trupe NATO pe teritoriul nostru de mai bine de câteva luni?
Da, cred că știu, dar atât, doar știu, la nivelul ăsta.
Vi se pare bine sau nu?
Da, este bine.
Știm și am înțeles că se suplimentează.
Poate fi mai rău, poate fi bine.
De ce mai rău, de ce mai bine?
De ce mai rău? Că îi supărăm pe cei răi. De ce mai bine? Că poate ne apără de cei răi.
Da, știu că avem niște trupe NATO pe la Constanța, Cred că sunt niște trupe franțuzești și americane.
Și vi se pare că e bine că sunt aici?
Mi se pare că e rău că e război.
Dar aveți încredere în această echipă formată din militarii români și militari străini sau credeți că nu avem nevoie?
Da, cred că e o echipă profesionistă.
So, what do you think?
It's very interesting reactions. I'm not surprised that some people have not heard of us, because as you may know, we are located in Cinku. I mean, most of our activities are taking place in Cinku, so definitely it's remote from Bucharest, so I'm not surprised that not many people knows about us. But definitely there are many Romanian people that knows about our presence as NATO members to reassure, I mean, in the way of providing some reassurance for NATO and for the alliance. So many people do know that we are, in a way, very useful in being there in Romania.
Are you planning to meet some also Romanian civilians?
Yes, that's part of our activity, but we are not only focused on that side. So whenever people want to know about us or want to discuss with us, they are more than welcome. Even if our main activity is not about explaining what we are doing, but acting. We are there to be ready to fight.
How complex and difficult are the training missions here? And what have you learned about Romanian defense capacity in these months?
I mean, we've learned everything. So being part of NATO, I mean, the NATO structure is providing us very clear guidances and technical procedures. So we've not been discovering new things that we were not supposed to know. So we know our partners within the framework of NATO, but we've been learning a lot. We've been preparing ourselves a lot to be ready what we can witness in Ukraine. That's our role there, to acknowledge what we see and to be ready to defend our alliance, I mean, all the countries of NATO.
Most of the French militaries which are part of the NATO battle group are located in Cinku, in Brașov area. There are also French militaries in other regions of Romania.
Yes, so the French troops within this multinational framework is called Eagle, that's the name of our mission, and definitely our mission is not only located in Cinku. So at first, our battle group is not only working in Cinku, but throughout Romania. So we're also working on the eastern side of the country, definitely in all the training facilities and all the camps where we can have some very good fighting sessions.
At Capu Media.
Capu Media, Smardan, Babadag, MK Air Base too. So definitely we are working throughout Romania and not only in Cinku. But there is also some other capabilities. There's a brigade command capability that is also located in Bucharest, because as you may know, we are under the command of the Multinational Division Southeast. So there's a good relationship with everybody, and our work is very joint, is very integrated, and we are definitely not on our own in Cinku. We are working alongside with all the partners that are here in Romania.
Also, French forces came in Romania with a lot of capabilities which are stationed here. Can you give us, please, some examples? Because we saw some Leclerc tanks. What else?
So, I mean, all the partners within the battle group have deployed what they have, their best materials, their best capabilities, because we want to be ready to fight as soon as it's needed. So, of course, we have the main battle tanks Leclerc, which is one of the best weapons we have in the French army, but we have also some very effective assets as far as artillery. So we have armored vehicle, we have multiple launchers as far as missiles. So we have very strong capabilities within the battle group. And our partners from the Luxembourg or Belgium, they're also deploying some dingoes and some very armored and very efficient vehicles. So yes, indeed, we are putting in the battle, I mean the battle of being ready, all the best means we have, and we are definitely ready to use them.
How many tanks do you have here with you?
Roughly 15.
Okay.
I mean, as main battle tanks, but as far as armored vehicles, it's several hundreds of armored vehicles.
At Cinku, you built almost a new military base, which has even, as I understood, 2 firing ranges, one under the
Underground, you mean?
Underground, yes. But at the beginning, your military slept in tents and in container barracks that arrived from Africa. What else have you built here in Romania?
So, to be very clear on that subject, so this battle group has been posted to Cincu military base, which is a wonderful base with great facilities. The units, the Romanian units that are used to train on those facilities are rotating on a couple of weeks for their activities there. And our battle group is there for several years, or at least for a longer period of time. So we had to build some additional facilities. So as far as living, of course, so tents, but also barracks and so on. But definitely we are also in Cincu because of the fighting facilities that we can find there. So shooting ranges, urban assault, training barracks and so on. So definitely we are taking a great advantage of being there, being capable of using those assets.
So at this moment, do you have everything you need?
Yes, we do.
Cincu. Okay.
And even more than we need.
Okay. What were the most difficult challenges since you came here?
So, I mean, the challenges are, they were not big challenges. The challenge are definitely to enhance our combat capabilities, to bring them to the level of a real war and what we can witness in Ukraine once again. The second challenge is of course to integrate. That's a very human challenge, to say I'm going to work with people I'm not used to work with, and it's always a big challenge to meet new people and say let's do it with them. So it was not a big challenge. It was about meeting new persons, and all of them are wonderful, and it's great to work alongside with all these partners.
There are still difficulties in moving tanks or other war-fighting machines because of the bad roads in Romania near Cincu and old bridges. Do you still have this kind of problems?
So we can also present things in a different way. We are a heavy armored battle group. We have very heavy materials, and moving them is always a challenge, and it's our job. And so moving those vehicles, those materials throughout Romania is part of being ready. So it's a challenge. We are on the other side of the Carpathian Mountains, and bringing tanks of 60 tons is always a challenge. Whatever the roads are, it's always a challenge. So, but we are handling those challenges, and definitely we are ready to move them. And we proved it many times. We can move all of our heavy stuff everywhere in Romania, and that's fine.
From your point of view, there's something to be implemented here in Romania regarding the existence of the battle group you are leading now?
So it's all about being deterrent, proving to the world and to anybody who wants to see it that we are ready to fight, we are ready to defend ourselves. And so this is something that you cannot rely on saying, okay, now I'm done, I'm ready, and it's forever. So it's a permanent will to stay on the tip of our toes and to be ready to react to any new situation.
All the decision makers said there are still some measures decided to the last summit, NATO summit in Madrid, in Spain, that have to be implemented before the next NATO summit from Vilnius. So you are completely operational at this moment?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
But it does not mean that we have not some additional objectives, and we are training and getting ready for these objectives. And as you are mentioning last year on the Madrid NATO summit, there's a will to be capable of deploying more means, more troops in case needed. And so we have some very important coming exercises to prove that it's not only a concept and that we are ready to achieve this. So it's dealing on commanding capabilities, but it's also related to adding some more means to the means that are already present in Romania.
Because last year President Joe Biden said at the NATO summit from Madrid that the alliance will have additional rotational brigade, which is 3,000 fighters and another 2,000 personnel combat team. So does NATO send 5,000 fighters and personnel since then, since last year?
So this is a capability we have. We are talking about the multinational battle group I'm in, but I'm not the only NATO partner within Romania. We've got also some other countries who are participating in Romania. There's a multinational brigade southeast, within which you can find some Portuguese detachments, some Polish detachments. There's also North Macedonia, which is part of it. There's, of course, also, as you were mentioning, President Joe Biden, there's also US troops. So if you gather all these means, it's even more than a brigade, but we have, and that's, I think, what he was referring to, we have the capability to bring up forces at that amount and even more if needed.
If needed. So at this moment, are you preparing for increasing the size of the battle group?
So the battle group is what it is right now, and we are training and we are making our best to make sure that in case we need to have more, we can have more. And so that's what we are experiencing. So on short period of time, we can have more troops, and then it will deflate, and then more. And I mean, it's an evolving situation, as you may see in Ukraine. So our situation is reacting to all of this. And so there's not a precise and fixed and a definite amount of troops. It's evolving on nearly on an everyday basis.
So for the moment, you don't know for how long you're gonna stay here?
We are there to provide reinsurance to Romania and to the whole NATO alliance. So we'll stay as much as the situation requires it. So for what we know now, there's no exit door. That we are there and we are very happy to be there. We are really happy to work with alongside with Romanians forces, and so we're there for many years, I think.
Lieutenant Colonel Mathieu, thank you very much for giving us this interview.
You're welcome.